At Le Bistro, a chic restaurant in downtown Manhattan, the air was thick with the aroma of freshly baked bread and gourmet dishes. The place was a favorite among young professionals, known for its impeccable service and mouth-watering cuisine. Among the staff was Emily, a 25-year-old waitress with dreams of becoming a chef. She was hardworking, kind, and always wore a genuine smile. But lately, the atmosphere at Le Bistro had shifted. Money had been disappearing from the cash register, and fingers were beginning to point. Mr. Harrison, the stern and impeccably dressed restaurant owner, was convinced that an inside job was at play. Emily, unfortunately, found herself under the shadow of suspicion. Despite her flawless track record, her recent financial struggles made her an easy target. One Friday night, the restaurant was buzzing with the usual crowd. Laughter and clinking glasses filled the air as patrons enjoyed their evening. Emily was running between tables, balancing plates and taking orders with her usual grace. She had no idea that her life was about to take a dramatic turn. Mr. Harrison, having reached his breaking point, decided to confront the matter head-on. He called Emily into his office, his eyes cold and unyielding. "Emily, we've had enough. Money's been going missing, and I need to know if you have anything to do with it," he demanded. Emily's heart raced. "Mr. Harrison, I swear, I haven't taken anything," she pleaded, tears welling up in her eyes. But her words seemed to fall on deaf ears. "Prove it," he said, his voice cutting through her like a knife. "Strip." Emily froze. The humiliation was unbearable, but she knew she had no choice. The entire restaurant watched in stunned silence as Emily, with trembling hands, began to remove her uniform. The buzz of conversation died down, and every eye was on her. As she stood there, vulnerable and exposed, something unexpected happened. The regular patrons, who had come to know and love Emily, began to murmur in her defense. "This is ridiculous," shouted one of the regulars. "She's been nothing but honest and hardworking," another chimed in. But it was what they saw next that truly shocked everyone. Beneath her uniform, Emily's body was marred with bruises and scars. It was a silent testament to the abuse she had been enduring at home, an ordeal she had kept hidden from everyone. The restaurant gasped, and a wave of empathy and outrage swept through the crowd. Mr. Harrison's face went pale as the realization of his mistake hit him. "Emily, I'm so sorry," he stammered, the weight of his actions sinking in. Tears streamed down Emily's face, but she stood tall, gathering her dignity. "I didn't steal anything, Mr. Harrison, but now you know a piece of my reality," she said, her voice steady despite the pain. The patrons rallied around Emily, offering support and demanding justice. The story spread quickly, and the small community within Le Bistro came together to help her. One patron, a lawyer, offered to represent her pro bono. Another, who owned a local shelter, provided a safe place for her to stay. In the weeks that followed, Emily's life changed dramatically. She found the courage to leave her abusive home and pursue her culinary dreams. The incident at Le Bistro, though humiliating and painful, became a turning point. It exposed not just her suffering, but also the kindness and solidarity of a community willing to stand up for one of their own. Le Bistro, under new management, became known not just for its food, but for its heart. And Emily, no longer just a waitress, began her journey to becoming the chef she had always dreamed of being. Her story became a beacon of hope and resilience, reminding everyone that sometimes, even the darkest moments can lead to a brighter future. A new chapter. Months later, Emily was settled into her new life. She was living in a small apartment provided by the shelter owner, Rosa, who had become a close friend and mentor. Rosa had seen potential in Emily and encouraged her to enroll in a culinary school. With the legal help from the lawyer, Jacob, Emily was able to secure a scholarship that covered her tuition. Culinary school was a dream come true for Emily. She immersed herself in her studies, absorbing every lesson and technique like a sponge. Her instructors were impressed by her dedication and natural talent. Emily found joy in creating dishes that not only tasted amazing but also told a story. Cooking became her form of expression, a way to heal and move forward. Back at Le Bistro, the atmosphere had changed significantly. Mr. Harrison had stepped down as owner, his reputation tarnished by the incident. The new owner, Sophia, was a warm and compassionate woman with a background in social work. She made it her mission to create a supportive and inclusive environment for all employees. Under her leadership, Le Bistro thrived like never before. One evening, as Emily was finishing her shift at a local diner where she worked part-time, she received a call from Sophia. "Emily, I have an exciting opportunity for you," Sophia said with enthusiasm. "How would you like to come back to Le Bistro as our sous chef?" Emily's heart skipped a beat. She had worked so hard to move past the traumatic experience, and now she was being offered a chance to return to the place where it all began, but in a completely new role. "I'd be honored, Sophia," Emily replied, her voice filled with gratitude. Her first day back at Le Bistro was surreal. The kitchen staff welcomed her with open arms, and the patrons were thrilled to see her in her new role. Emily quickly proved herself to be an invaluable asset, bringing creativity and passion to every dish she prepared. Her signature dish, a delicate scallop ceviche with mango salsa, became an instant hit and a staple on the menu. Full circle. One busy Saturday night, Le Bistro was hosting a charity event to raise funds for domestic abuse survivors. The restaurant was packed with supporters, including many familiar faces from Emily's past. As she worked tirelessly in the kitchen, she couldn't help but reflect on how far she had come. During the event, Sophia took the stage to make an announcement. "Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are honored to have someone very special with us. Emily's journey has inspired us all, and her resilience and talent have brought so much to our community. Please join me in welcoming her to share a few words." Emily stepped out from the kitchen, her heart pounding with a mix of nerves and excitement. The room erupted in applause, and she took a deep breath before speaking. "Thank you, everyone," she began, her voice steady. "I stand before you today not just as a chef, but as a survivor. Le Bistro has always been more than a restaurant to me. It's been a place of second chances and new beginnings. I'm grateful for the support and kindness I've received from this community. Together, we can create a safe and nurturing environment for everyone." The applause was deafening, and Emily felt a sense of pride and accomplishment that she had never experienced before. As the night went on, she mingled with guests, shared stories, and even signed a few autographs. She had become a symbol of hope and strength, and her journey resonated with many. Looking ahead, as the weeks turned into months, Emily continued to thrive at Le Bistro. She started a culinary blog to share her recipes and stories, gaining a loyal following of food enthusiasts and supporters. Her dream of opening her own restaurant was slowly becoming a reality, and she began planning a small bistro that would focus on fresh, locally sourced ingredients and offer culinary training to those in need. One afternoon, as she was preparing for the dinner service, Emily received an unexpected visitor. It was Mr. Harrison. He looked older and more worn than she remembered, but there was a genuine look of remorse in his eyes. "Emily, I wanted to apologize again for what I did. I was wrong and I see that now. I'm truly sorry for the pain I caused you." Emily listened quietly, her emotions a mix of anger and pity. "Thank you for your apology, Mr. Harrison. I hope you've learned from this experience," she said, her voice firm but not unkind. As he left, Emily felt a sense of closure. The past was behind her, and she was ready to embrace the future with open arms. Le Bistro had given her more than just a job. It had given her a family and a community that believed in her. Emily's story spread beyond the walls of Le Bistro, inspiring many to stand up against injustice and support one another. Her journey from a waitress under suspicion to a respected chef and advocate for domestic abuse survivors was a testament to the power of resilience, kindness, and community. And as she continued to create delicious dishes and touch lives, Emily knew that she had found her true calling.